Hello, magical gang stars. Welcome to another edition of Gangstar Magician Tarot. Well, I'll be your host, the Gangstar Magician himself, and I'm here to deliver you your message because that's what I do every day, 7 p.m., 11 p.m. Eastern Time. We all know that, right? So yeah, just know that yes, I am going to do something. I'm just experimenting with this right now. Okay, so with this the membership thing, I'm going to try to do something where it's well worth the value. I'll make it well worth it. Trust me, right there. I'll even include like a whole library of stuff, of old stuff that I made in the past, like before I was the Gangstar Magician. I mean, I wasn't always this person. I had to, evolve into this person. So, but I did have videos that nobody watched. But don't worry, they'll be watched eventually. But the thing is that I figure I could do more personal reads in these ones, or something along those lines. Like I'll do like more like on signs. Like I'll start with I'll do maybe today I'll do Cancer, because I'm a Cancer. So then I'll work my way, down, and that could be a Cancer sun sign, moon sign, rising, anything like that. But I just, you always are going to be partial to your sun sign. Even though your birth chart is made of so much more than your sun sign. Your north node is really what it's all about. And my north node is Cancer, actually. And that's my sun sign. So that's an interesting fact, okay, to have the same sun sign and the same north node. Back to whatever. So then I figure, then we could do, it'll be more interactions, you know what I mean? Because I can't interact with all types of, it would be too much. It's too hard. So yeah, I could do that. Yeah, so I figure everything should work. So I'm going to start with that, see how that goes. Just going to go with the flow, really. See how it works. See what people like. That's not really going to affect me either way. You know what I mean? Just make an extra video or two a week. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. See, that's the thing. You shouldn't take on too much more than what you can handle. You know what I mean? Because I already try to put together a hefty load with 2 a day. So that's 14 videos a week that I put out every week. So, I mean, it's pretty consistent, right, Archangel Michael? He said, absolutely. He said, you're one of the most consistent Gangstar Magicians I've ever seen. I said, thank you. I said, I appreciate that. I said, you're one of you're the best Archangel I've ever met. And I said, you must be like the toughest Archangel of all of them. And he says, yes, I am. He is, though. He's the man. He's the one. There's a picture of him. There's a picture of him sticking a knife into Satan. A very well-known picture with 2 other angels next to him. The other angel was you, and the other one was me, okay? And that was Archangel Michael. And we were sitting there like, yeah, get him. Go get him. We were just rooting him on. He remembers, he said. He says, remembers you. He says, you were a nice guy. Liked you. Nice girl. So you're very adorable, he said. You said funny, you're funny, he said. He says he can't wait to reconnect with you. So, okay, let's get oh yes, I must open my heart chakra to you. And then I have to grant your wish. Open up my heart chakra to any and all unconditional love because it feels good and I love it. And I like to give it back too. And that's why I'm going to grant your 2 of cups for you. So I have this clear quartz wand that's got chakra stuff on there. See? Okay, there you go. And then some pyrite. Now I'm going to walk around with pyrite for a little bit. Okay, that's what I'm going to do for the time being. Oh, I forgot my heavy artillery, my skull crusher. Here comes the skull crushing agate. Skull crusher agate. Yes, that's a new one. It's a new one, I tell you. So many agates. So many of them. So many jaspers, too. I've got a lot of jaspers. I always see a new jasper popping up somehow. Where does Jasper come from? Who is this Jasper character? Alright, so let's get overall energy here, God. Please and thank you for the Divine Feminine Collective. Let's see where we're working with. So first, we got the 6 of Pentacles here. So I definitely know you're receiving something. We're receiving a generous offer, most likely. Okay, if not a even give and take relationship, because whatever you put out into the universe is now coming back to you. I mean, it's balancing out. I mean, this is what's happening. The shift. You can see it in people. People are coming undone. Okay, they can completely see 7 of Wands that you're in complete control of the situation. These people thought that this was going to last forever, whatever they were doing. But, it was whatever they were doing. That's why you show that, you know, crime don't pay. You show these people crime don't pay, and that's what you're showing them right now, because that's what they were, those white collar criminals, these people. All right, and that's why you had this hangman here, because, you know, you pause, you surrender, you look at things from different perspectives. You didn't let these people bring you. You don't care about these people. You know what they are. They can do whatever they want to do. Okay, because everybody is getting it one way or another, and these people know that. Okay, that's why three swords are heartbroken over that. They're heartbroken. They're going down. You're receiving a generous offer because you're in complete control of the situation, because you paused, surrendered, and looked at things from a different perspective. And now you have a King of Pentacles here helping you through this. Okay, this is your manager. Okay, this is the one they're gonna manage your money for you. They're gonna manage your wealth. Okay, this is like the you can trust this person though, so they're gonna be there for you. All right, they're gonna make all the arrangements. You don't have to worry about nothing. Remember, because you're the star of the show. The star of the show don't have to worry about this stuff. King of Pentacles, let them worry about that. Okay, and you, on the other hand, will be your Three of Cups, celebrating with your soul tribe, having a good old time, because you are in complete control. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And you have a King of Pentacles with you. That's good. That's a good thing, actually. Can't go wrong with a King of Pentacles, and because you like them. You admire a King of Pentacles. You do. Because that's the one thing you're really not good at. You're really not good with money. But this person is. And then when I say good at money, I mean you're not good at, like, you know, investing, save, like, you know what I mean? Like, this person knows exactly what they're doing. Like, they know how to, you know, turn a profit here. You're like you'll just give it away. Take it. I don't give a fuck. How much you want? Take it. You don't want to pay? No problem. Get the fuck out of here. Won't come back. But yeah, you know, we're not here to collect money. We're not the collectors. Okay, we're not the bone collectors here. So let's see what we're working. Let's get overall energy of the Divine Feminine Collective. God, please and thank you. Okay, so yes, even better. Best one we could have had. Ace of Cups. Okay, like I said, Ace of Cups is the key to getting you to what you need. Remember, you're a Nine of Cups. Your wish come true. You're going to get your wish come true. This Ace of Cups will be brought by this King of Pentacles or King of Cups, wherever they're in at that particular time. Okay, that will create the Ten of Cups, which will create the abundance you need for you to have your Two of Cups, Four of Wands with the Ten of Pentacles. All because of this Ace of Cups, okay? And you're receiving this Six of Pentacles. You're clearly receiving it because it says it right here. That was just here. Okay, so you're definitely receiving some type of generous offer. Okay, an Ace of Cups to me, I think, is a generous offer, if you ask me. Or something generous. Something that'll change everything. Alright, and Four of Cups, you may have to reject this. Or you may reject this. Or you may accidentally reject this. I don't know. It says there's four of Cups here. Maybe somebody else is getting rejected. Who knows? Maybe that's what it is. Somebody's rejecting somebody else to give you this Ace of Cups. We'll go with that one instead. That sounds a little bit better. So why would you reject an Ace of Cups? Okay, because the King of Swords is here and they see everything. But if there's a reason to, then there'll be a reason. But you'll see through it. You don't have to think about stuff like that. We focus only on the good. We don't focus on the rejection. We focus on the good parts, like the Ace of Cups. We don't focus on the Four of Cups. All right? We're not here to focus on with the bad stuff. We focus on the good here. Focus on the positive. That keeps more positive coming, less negative. Okay, and that's why you have this Four of Pentacles here. Okay, so you got the two fours, rejection and greed here. Okay, so somebody was holding on too tight here. The person that was holding on too tight is most likely being rejected here because this Ace of Cups is here for you. That's the primary energy. Okay, and who's this Ace of Cups coming to? You, of course, the Fool, because you remain in this energy. You are being seen as pure and innocent. These people are not. They're being seen as greedy, overindulgent. They're getting rejected. Nobody wants to be around that. Because you want to be around the Fool. Because the Fool never gets old. That energy never gets old. That's why there's a zero there. There's a reason behind that. Universal energy, baby. Protected by the universe. Okay, and that's why there's Three of Wands here. Because you were able to get something started. They could not stop you. They may have knocked you down several times. They may have done a couple things. They may have, you know, put a little damper into a lot of your stuff. I mean, I'm not going to say it didn't hurt. I know it hurt a lot. Okay, I get it. But they need you to focus on that bad stuff. They need you to focus on the past. Like, oh, I can't believe they did that to me. I hate that. They need you to do that because it keeps the negative going. It keeps them getting your energy. That's how they keep getting your energy. That's why people like to do, like, be rapists. Because that's how they keep your energy, because they'll rape somebody, okay? And then that's very difficult for the person to get over that, okay? Especially if they're a child or a younger woman or anybody. And, you know, it's like it holds on because it's like, how do you even like just forget about that? But the longer you still give that person power. So, but it's like, that's what you have to learn to get over. And it's like, how do you go about doing that? Where do you get to that point where it's like, what you have to do is you're not even focus on the, what's going on, focus. They always want you to focus on that. Okay. You have to focus. That's shit. That's bullshit. Whatever it is, it's shit. And it's done. You took the shit, it's gone, you flushed it. And now you're headed forward, okay? Because you are not anything that you were before this. Doesn't matter what you were before this. We're not worried about where you came from. We're worried about where you're going, okay? And you're going, Six of Swords, leaving this behind, okay? Because you don't want to look back. You're not looking back. They wanted you to look back. They wanted you to stay stuck in your shit. But you're rejecting that, all right? Because they were greedy. They didn't want to share the wealth with you, Four of Pentacles. But now you have your own thing. You're doing your own thing. You don't even need these people. You're showing them you don't need them. You're Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. Okay, and whoever this is, they lack balance, Temperance in reverse. They're doing things in excess because they're not getting the results that they want before. Before it was a little easier. It was like almost like it was coming in. Money was pouring in, okay? It was like basically like the oil was shooting up and it was like almost everything they could do was turning into gold, but now it's like nothing's working now. Everything's going to shit, okay? Every last thing, so they're really throwing it all in there and it's going to end up costing them all at the end. I can see it little by little. And it's all going to be like from, you know, white collars nonsense that they were, you know, skimming money. It's always about the greed, the Four of Pentacles. Okay, and this Page of Swords means you have a new way to communicate. Your thirst for knowledge is clearly showing exactly what's going on here. Okay, they needed you just to fucking fall off. You know, be walking up and down the street with a little sign or something. Like, this is really what they were hoping for. Like, they were getting that bad with it. They wanted to have so bad for you sleeping in the subway. Like, they really wanted you down. But you didn't give it to them. Okay, because that's not who you are. Fuck out of here. Like, they're going to be living like that. And they won't be able to survive that. All because of your new ways of communicating. They never thought you'd be able to communicate the way you do. Alright? They never thought that. But you're really good at it. Really good communicator. Well, let me tell you, you must have Mercury in the third house, perhaps. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, Mercury and Gemini, perhaps. Knight of Pentacles in reverse, okay? So this is telling me somebody's feeling stuck working without reward. Of course they are. Because they're off balance. They're doing things to the excess. So they're not going to get reward if they're doing things to the excess and, you know, holding on too tight with this greed. They're clearly getting rejected because you are clearly building something with this Three of Wands. And you have an Ace of Cups coming your way, okay? And that is going to get you to this Ten of Pentacles because Ten of Cups creates abundance, and you are Nine of Cups, and you are wish come true. The Ten of Cups creates the Ten of Pentacles. That is for sure. These people, they wanted to skip over that. They didn't want to put that part in. They just wanted to come take it from you, take your energy, your love energy, and build with that, okay? But make you suffer. They didn't want to work to build the Ten of Cups like you. You sat there and you built that Ten of Cups while they were beating you down, too. All right, and now Six of Wands, you're gonna be publicly recognized for that. Okay, you were like building, and it was at the same time these people were like trying, but you didn't even pay attention. Like you were just like, maybe at first you got a little frustrated, then after a while you just completely blocked them out to the point where it was like you didn't even care. Like you were almost like doing it just out of spite now. You know what I mean? And this was really upsetting to this devil. Okay, because they thought you made him look bad. You made the devil look really bad here. They're never going to be looked at the same, this person. This person's reign of terror is over. It's done. They couldn't beat you. They came all the way out of hell to do this too. And you got them. Baited them right into it. Because they really wanted you. Because that's what these people promised. They promised you your fucking soul, this, that. Fuck out of here. Sacrifice you. They were saying all types of shit. God was like, yeah, no way. Same thing with Archangel Michael. And he came out with the sword, brother. He said, no, no, no. And he took care of that for you. All right, now Five of Wands. It's all conflict and, you know, competition, rivalry over there. People are all fighting about money and stuff. Everybody's broke now. They're losing everything. Now they're getting rejected for Cups while you were being publicly recognized and having Ace of Cups. Okay, while looking at it as the Queen of Cups. Very in a lovely mood today. You're very nurturing. You're really coming off like this is who you are. This is your default. You will always return to this, okay? This is what they were attacking. This is what they said you were. Good for nothing. Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands. Good for nothing, they said. That's what they told them. couldn't make a buck, they said. All right, but that's not the case, because remember, you're a wish come true. You're this 9 of Cups. Okay, you're going to get your wish come true, which is that 2 of Cups, and it's all because of this Ace of Cups. So I like this reading too. I do. I feel really good today, okay? Because these illusions about you, they were shattered, okay? Now we don't have to worry about a lot of these illusions, because people clearly have eyes, okay? They clearly have intuition, and they clearly see what these people are doing. And if they don't see it, then they don't want to see it, and they're going to have to deal with the karma that comes with it. That's all. We don't have to worry about it. We're not gonna warn people anymore. No more warnings. It's just gonna happen. Karma's just gonna come now. The more you warn them, the more they avoid it. So there's no need to tell them anything. Let them know they're fighting with themselves. Okay, they're stuck, working without reward, because everything they're doing is about just keeping them above water now. Okay, like they're just about, like they're not where they were all the way up. Okay, they're not doing good. Okay, but you are, because you have an emperor here. You have your emperor. Okay, because you are an empress. This person is your counterpart. This person now an emperor in the upright. And they don't often come out a lot, so that's a good thing. And we're willing. We don't care what they did in the past. Okay, just like you don't worry about what you did in the past. All right, it's over. It's all new. If they come, your counterpart comes as an emperor, and you know for sure they're your counterpart, and they're perfectly healed, and you feel comfortable. You know you're gonna do it, okay? Because remember, Death's here, and he's gonna clean up the mess for the rest of the karmic energy, okay? Because remember, the end is here for this karmic energy. Because you know why? Because you are the one who throws karmic energy in the box. You chop it in half and you make it disappear, okay? And that's when you pull a rabbit out of the hat and send everybody home happy, okay? Because you're not here to, you don't want them to know about where the karmic was went. They're gone. We don't know where they went. They ran away, they said. They said they ran away with their mistress. I don't know. They didn't want to be around no more, they said. So they couldn't take it. So yeah, we don't know. We don't know them like that. We don't even know who they are. That's all you have to say. You don't. Okay? And the King of Swords will vouch for you, because the King of Swords sees everything. Okay, and the King of Swords will say, yeah, they don't even know who they are. We took care of it. The King of Swords will say, what you going to do? All right? And then they'll come to the King of Swords, and the King of Swords will say, yeah, nothing, exactly. Because you have this King of Swords and this Emperor. This could be the same person, but I believe that it's going to be, this could be Archangel Michael, this King of Swords. It could be a guy, it could be anybody. It's just somebody it could be your counterpart, actually. They could be that crazy that they could be a King of Swords like that, too. Like Sierra. They did see a lot, though. They're sharp, but there's a lot of conflict. You are their wish come true, though, okay? And this is causing this 9 of Swords. A lot of anxious, depressed people that are being rejected for cups, coming off very temperate in reverse, excessive, imbalanced, looking like people working without reward, okay? They don't look like they're having a good time. They don't look like they don't feel good. They look like they're grayish. Yeah, they do. They don't look good, that's for sure. Gray as a shirt, they're going to end up being. Not taking care of themselves, are they? No, they're not. Okay, and you know who's this person you're dealing with? This Queen of Swords in reverse character. You got a cruel, bitter, angry person here who's being rejected, that wanted this robbery 5 of Wands with you. Okay, but now they feel like they're stuck working without reward, because this was easy when you were down. But the fact that you're up now is really putting a damper on this person, because they're showing just how angry they are because you're not paying attention to them, and you don't care what they say, and you don't even probably know who this person is, half of you. But this person knows who you are, because they're a wannabe, they're a copycat. They cloak energy, divine energy, they siphon it. But now they're being seen as people who do that. And who's seen that? This King of Wands. And the King of Wands is your main man. They're operating the Tower of Terror for you, okay? And this Queen of Swords, remember, is the first person that was on that, okay? He's still operating, okay? He's still there, and he says, I'm having a good old time, he told me. He said, listen, brother, he says, this person thought they were going to steal everything from us. He said, no. He said, I was waiting for the right time. He says, and the right time is now. He said, it's almost over. So the King of Wands is telling you, okay? That's what he said. And I listened to him. I trust this King of Wands. It's my boss. It's my boss. What are you going to do? You got to answer to some. Everybody answers to somebody, okay? And remember, 2 of Wands, all right? Because you have put this all together, okay? You plan, you progressed, you do things the right way, okay? Like I said, you are just here to do what needs to be done. All right, you're not here to play games with people anymore. Okay, you're here just to do what you do. Okay, everybody's good at, has something they're good at. Okay, and you have what you do, and what you do is exponential. Okay, and who thinks so? This King of Cups, of course, your counterpart, because they're always going to be there for you. They always will return to this. Okay, because you have the Emperor here. Now they're showing that they're not just a King of Cups, they're an Emperor. And this Queen of Swords, in reverse, is now dealing with the King of Wands and the Tower of Terror, while the King of Swords watches on, because he sees everything, and he's seen enough, because he's out here. And he sees this excess imbalance, okay? He sees this conflict. And he feels it's time for you to be publicly recognized. And who is here again for you? Because they see everything, and they're here to be operating the Tower of Terror for you. Who other than the King of Wands? Here he is. He said, I'm here too, brother. I'm here. I'm operating this Tower of Terror, and now I'm here with so you get the King of Wands and the King of Swords here, operating the Tower of Terror for you. Okay, because everybody knows you're the star of the show, and you don't have time for this nonsense. You're the one who's handling all this, okay? You're the wish come true. That's why you're being public. Let these guys handle this, okay? You got the Emperor. Look at this. You got the Emperor, King of Swords, and King of Wands out here with an Ace of Cups and a Nine of Cups and a Six of Wands. Wow, that's good. And being the star of the show, that's amazing. I'm happy. This is all going good for you. You see, you guys, you do the right thing. This is what happens. Good things. Focus on the good. Focusing on the good. This Queen of Swords and reverse will be removed soon. Remember, they're on the Tower of Terror right now. Okay? And who else is on this Tower of Terror? Perhaps it's Queen of Wands. Perhaps it's the same person, but this person is coming off very witchy, okay? They're being seen this way. Very, very witchy. But, you know, that's a bad combination. Queen of Wands in reverse, Queen of Swords in reverse. That could be the same person. That could just be a coven. That could be a group. I don't know. But you have this Nine of Pentacles. You don't need nobody. You're clearly a Queen of Pentacles, okay? Because these people, no, you don't need it. They tried to say that you needed help, like you couldn't take care of yourself. They're being seen as people who really can't take care of themselves. Trust me. They're really fighting it out here. You got the King of Wands, and there's nowhere to go. The Emperor's here. So this Emperor could be your counterpart. This King of Swords could be Archangel Michael, and this King of Wands can maybe be your counterpart's father or something. And then this Queen of Swords in reverse can maybe be like the matriarch or something, or maybe your mother or your sister, or it's definitely one of the copycat energies. Okay, because remember, you're pure and innocent. You're this full energy. New beginnings are coming for you. Okay, that's why you have the Six of Wands here. You're gonna be recognized for this. You're purity and innocence. Okay, you're very blind faith. You trusted in this. You bring pleasure to the situation, all to the chagrin of this devil. Like I said, you have dethroned the devil. They're finished. There's no more devil. Okay, they're done. They bit off more than they could chew, and they choked. That's what happened at the end of the day. You didn't do anything. You just came up against the wrong one, and your team took care of them. Your spirit team, you thank you, ancestors, thank you. That's what we always got to be very, very thankful for, because they chose you. Remember that. They chose you because you have this limitless potential, this Page of Wands. You're an inspiration. You really are something else, okay? And that is why the Four of Wands is here for you. And we're going to end it on that, because how can you get any better than ending with a happy home? Okay, this has all been good for you, okay? All to the chagrin of this Queen of Wands in reverse, Queen of Swords in reverse, that are now being seen as devils. All right, so let's get into the other one here. Get a little confirmation, clarification here, because this is a nice one. I like this for you. It feels good too. Especially with, you got a lot of positive masculine energy here. Okay, now look, he's back, the devil. He says, I'm back, but he keeps coming back, but you keep knocking him down. He's not even, listen, brother, he's got zero control of the situation now. He can't even do it. It says, face your fears, don't be afraid, and don't let the devil win. And that is exactly what you didn't do, okay? Because why? Because you're a Queen of Cups. Because you chose love over fear. Okay, love over fear every day, okay? Because love's the only thing that's real. Fear is an illusion, okay? There's nothing to fear but fear itself. Okay, because be in your heart space before taking any decision, but don't be over emotional, okay? You won't be. Just know that. You may get a little over emotional and, things come into play, because it's a lot of stuff to deal with, but don't worry about it. Six of Cups, you have that unconditional love here for you, because the best way to predict your future is to create it, okay? Love and the reconciliation is on the horizon, it says. A lot of nostalgia when it comes to you. People are becoming nostalgic. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Okay, and that's happening very quickly, Eight of Wands. Very, very quickly, because the universe is sending you a message. Act now and act fast, okay? But, you know, we always say slowly is the fastest way to get to what it is, and things are happening for you. Everything's going to work out for you. You're in complete control. Remember that, all right? So you don't have to move fast for nobody, okay? Because these illusions are shattered, okay? Because the moon is a reminder that no matter what phase we are in, we are still whole. Embrace the unknown. How about that? It's still whole. It's still whole. You just don't see everything. You don't see them fully. I like that. Now those illusions are shattered, though. All right, so let's get into overall energy over here. Please and thank you. I think my phone's about to die soon, so I gotta hurry up. So I should always have a fully charged battery when you do this, okay? Because then you don't want to be like doing it in the middle and then it ends and you're just like, I didn't even do it right. It stinks. But I think I got enough juice left. Alright, so let's see. What are we working with here? Overall energy, clarification, confirmation of the Divine Feminine Collective God, please and thank you. Okay, and that is you have death here. Okay, so there's no death is here to clean up whatever the garbage is. Okay, you got death, the King of Swords, this King of Wands, and the Emperor. Wow. That's quickly happening, Eight of Wands, because it's a 9-year. There's one more month. We're at the beginning of December right now. Okay, there might be something big to this 12-12 portal. You might have to look into this 12-12 portal. Okay, because it's over here. It's ended. Okay, it's ended. Six of Swords, being left behind. This is the old way of living. Okay, move on from the past and journey towards a brighter future. That's what people want to do now. That's why death's here. The end is here. Okay. The end brings new beginnings, okay? The Four of Wands is where you're headed. And now people, Eight of Cups are leaving behind. They're escaping whatever this is, okay? They don't want to be around this. They were leaving it behind. Sometimes walking away from things is necessary to start something new. Of course it is. That's why death's here. Come on. They're making a permanent ending, though. This is a permanent ending. Ooh. Okay, now you have this Five of Wands again, okay? So there's competition, conflict, you know. Competition can be fierce, but it can also bring out the best in you. And that's exactly what this did. So in reality, they only helped you be the best, okay? Because you now know you're the one who brings the fun because you are the sun, okay? Because the sun reminds us that every day is a new opportunity to shine. Everything is illuminated. Exactly. We don't look in the past. We look into the future, okay? That's what we do. We predict. We don't, you know, we don't redict. I don't even know what the hell that word is, but that goes back in the past. But is it redict? I don't know. Redict. Predict. I don't know. I don't fucking know what I'm talking about. But just know, we will be publicly recognized. You will be for sure, and that's going to be confirmation here too, all right, that this Five of Wands conflict is going to bring you this public recognition because the victory is a reflection of your hard work and determination. You never gave up, okay? You showed, okay, that you are, there's a lot of confirmation, the Fool here, okay? That is for sure. And okay, because the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. Must take the leap in the unknown. Okay, new beginnings are here for you because death is here. Okay, they're putting an end to it. So this is all looks good. You have this King of Wands, this King of Swords. You're going to remove this Queen of Wands in reverse energy, this Queen of Swords in reverse energy, because you're being seen as the real feminine energy here. And this Four of Cups is showing that they're being rejected. They're coming off imbalanced and excessive. Okay, and you are the one who's the real Queen of Swords because you have boundaries and you were able to protect your energy here. You were able to take your energy back from these negative feminine energies, okay, and show everybody you're this Nine of Pentacles. Of course you are. You have the abundance and the confidence to do what you need to do. You are independent and confident. So invest in yourself more. Of course, you will. You are, because you're a Queen of Swords. You're very sharp. All right, so what's going to happen with this sharp Queen of Swords here that's being protected by this Queen of Swords? I mean, this King of Swords, this King of Wands, and this Emperor. It has an Ace of Cups coming, okay? Well, judgment is here for this Queen of Swords in reverse, Queen of Wands in reverse, okay? Because they have to be accountable for their actions. They know what they did. They know what they did with these illusions, all right? They know. Everybody else knows. Your boundaries are what it is. You're sending it back this energy. You're returning this energy. I mean, here you go. I mean, because you're pure and innocent, it's not going to hit. You're protected. You're a full energy. I mean, how many confirmations can I have on this, okay? Because the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. You must take the leap in the unknown, okay? What risk are you willing to take, it says here. Okay, because we know you have this Knight of Wands energy. We know you have this, you know, adventurous, this passionate, you know, fearless energy. It says, follow your passion and pursue your goals with fervor. fervor, that is. Okay? You're very furbious, they said. You're a furbious person. Very furbious individual. But that's okay, because you're a furbious fool. How about that? Okay? And that's why 8 of Cups, people seeing you as this furbious fool, is causing them to want to leave behind whatever they're at right now, especially this Emperor. This Emperor is leaving behind this Queen of Swords in reverse, Queen of Wands in reverse energy, and this imbalanced, excessive energy headed towards you. And that is you, the Empress, okay? So that's how it's going to end, with this Emperor coming towards you, the Empress, because we're always going to focus on the positive, and you are the positive here, okay? And that's what this Emperor knows, okay? Because nature does not hurry. Slowly is the fastest way to get to where you need to be, okay? Yet everything is accomplished, nurtured. It says, yet everything is accomplished. So nurture your creativity, okay? So you're a very abundant individual. You most likely are definitely an Empress, this Queen of Swords. Is the big thing here. These are the 2 things that got you here. It's going to get you to the promised land. Queen of Swords energy and this Ace of Cups. Okay, and the reason why is this Queen of Swords energy was the boundaries where you're able to, able to protect your energy, and this Ace of Cups gave you that ability to have a 10 of Cups and build your foundation on, and now you could create the abundance that's needed with this 10 of Cups. Okay, because you remain pure and innocent in this full energy. So guys, I love you. Have a great day. Love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.